Jeffrey Powers here. I welcome you to the Day in Tech History, a full rundown of technology history 7 days a week. Subscribe to the show via iTunes, Stitcher, or download right from dayintechhistory.com. Now let's find out what happened on this day, your day in tech history. November 5th, 1605, Guy Fawkes, along with 12 others, were captured for high treason and eventually executed. They put together a plan to bomb the House of Lords in order to kill King James I of England. It was known as the Gunpowder Plot. Of course, his face became a popular mask throughout time, and people in England still celebrate Guy Fawkes Night. It's also been adopted by the group Anonymous, the mask has. 1970, the Data Processing Division of IBM released 3 new products: the IBM 303 Control Unit, the IBM 3420 Tape Drive, and the IBM 129 Card Data Recorder with monolithic circuit memory. 1990, PC Week publishes a forceful letter from Brad Silverberg, Vice President of Systems Software at Microsoft and General Manager of its Windows and MS-DOS business unit. It denied that Microsoft had ever engaged in FUD tactics or that Microsoft had stolen features from Dr. DOS, a PC-DOS-compatible operating system. And they claimed that the feature enhancements of MS-DOS version 5.0 were decided and developed and began long before they heard about Dr. DOS. 1991, version 1.10 of a remote access and early MS-DOS bulletin board system program was released. 1995, GameFAQs, a website that hosts a large database of profiles and walkthroughs of video games, debuts on the internet. 1998, Avedis Tevrian, a senior vice president at Apple Computer, testified that Microsoft tried to intimidate Apple into abandoning the development of the QuickTime software, which directly competed with Microsoft's own media player. And GT Interactive, an American video game developer, acquired 10 Media for $15 million in common stock. And in 1999, U.S. District Judge Thomas Penfield Jackson issued the 207-page findings of fact, ruling that Microsoft had a monopoly power over operating systems in the Intel-compatible personal computer market.
If you love the Day in Tech History, then I encourage you to join my Patreon movement over at patreon.com/geekazine. Your contribution keeps the lights on and more Day in Tech History episodes available. Pledge as little as $1 a month or $12 a year for 365 days of podcasts. Add to that all the content on Geekazine, Morning Geeks, and other shows that I produce. That's over at patreon.com/geekazine. Now let's get back into your Day in Tech History.
2001, AMD introduced the 1.6 GHz Athlon XP 1900 Plus processor. It featured a 64 kilobit level 1 data cache, 64 kilobit level 1 instruction cache, 256 kilobit level 2 cache, and more. It was codenamed Thoroughbred and priced at $269. Also in 2001, build 0.1 of Aurora Spark Linux, a distribution on the Fedora core. And the Nintendo GameCube begins shipping with 6 game titles in the United States. It featured a 485 MHz, 128-bit custom IBM Gecko-powered PC CPU, and 162 MHz ATI Flipper GPU. Price was $199.95. 2003, Brazilian police arrest 18 hackers in a massive operation dubbed Trojan Horse, which involved 205 law enforcement officials and 33 search warrants. Also in 2003, Intel released the 2800 MHz Celeron 2.8 processor, featuring a 128 kilobit level 2 cache and 400 MHz front-side bus. Also in 2003, the last Abilene network segment was upgraded to 10 gigabits per second. Microsoft established a $5 million reward to help find and track down the individual or group who unleashed the MS Blast or SoBig viruses. Version 2.5.0 of PHP MyAdmin, an open source tool written in PHP for administering MySQL over the internet, was released. And version 5.8.2 of the Perl programming language was also released. 2004, researchers successfully send data using a 10 gigabit Ethernet link between the University of Tokyo and the CERN Research Center in Switzerland. 2007, T-Mobile and Sprint sign up to develop phones for Google Android. 2009, telecom providers including AT&T, Verizon, Nokia, and Samsung announced new 4G standards called Long-Term Evolution, or LTE. This was a competing standard to WiMAX and eventually took over as the standard. And the Large Hadron Collider was shut down yet again, this time because a piece of bread fell into the machine. And in 2013, Los Angeles announced that they would be creating their own fiber-based internet with 2 tiers, free speed, 2 megabit speed, and a business speed up to 1 gigabits per second for a monthly fee. Target announced that they would buy first-generation iPads for $200 coupon for a new iPad Air, and Acer CEO JT Wang resigned after struggling PC sales. And that's your day in tech history. My name is Jeffrey Powers, www.dayintechhistory.com. All the show notes are over at wikizine.com, Geekazine's wiki. And of course, you can like the Facebook page and follow Twitter at Day in Tech Hist. Until tomorrow, take care. Day in Tech History is copyright 2015, JMP Enterprise and Geekazine.com.